Small towns across the U.S. like Searcy, Arkansas depend on a local manufacturer for jobs and a tax base. So we wanted to know what happens when one or two manufacturers leave town.
I was laid off and had to try to get out and get another job somewhere. And my age, it was pretty rough. Personally, it took me a longer time to get back to work because nobody wanted to hire me at my age.
At the peak of their production, the Kohler and Maytag plants employed more than 700 people. So what happened to these once thriving industries? Buck Lane of the Searcy Chamber of Commerce says it was a necessary business decision.
Whirlpool acquired it from a company called Maytag, and when they did so, they really bought their competition. And so they didn't need another plant. They had multiple plants across the United States. In fact, Whirlpool had over 80,000 people employed throughout the United States. They had excess capacity. They were able to close this facility and transfer product to other plants that they had. On the other hand, Kohler, because they moved some product to Mexico, and then the company had a downturn because the economy was not doing very well. Another issue was that the company had been on strike for almost a year. And so those two factors combined, I think, were the reason they closed the Kohler plant.
But the closings hurt more than just 700 people who suddenly found themselves out of work. Other industries and other sectors of the economy felt the sting as well, according to Arkansas State Senator Jonathan Dismang.
But obviously that's a large number of folks that are employed, and really it's the ancillary, consequences to losing those jobs. I mean, whether they be your health clubs or your restaurants and the other businesses that those folks were able to support, that obviously, it has a bearing that just kind of, ricochets on through the local economy.
So the loss of more than 700 manufacturing jobs has gotten the attention of many state lawmakers. State Representative Mark Biviano says while the impact was great, steps are being taken to help Searcy and Central Arkansas recover.
Obviously both of those plants leaving Searcy was a big hit to our economic base, and we've had a number of the constituents express concern. It's part of what's going on in the U.S. right now with the downsizing of our manufacturing and moving it to countries that are paying lower wages. So, we've got to look at ways of reinventing ourselves in our country. But the most things I could do to encourage those people that talk to me was education. And many of them took advantage of Arkansas State Technical Center here in Searcy to improve their skill sets in other areas, and that certainly has helped them make them more marketable in today's economy.
Dismang agrees. Education is the key.
My concern is we do not have folks with the expertise needed to take the new high-tech manufacturing jobs. And so we're working with our two-year colleges and even with our four-year colleges to make sure that we have programs in place so that we have the bodies to fill the needed spots.
Going back to school to further their education was clearly the best option for many who had been laid off.
Ones that I personally knew out there, a lot of them went back to school and become nurses, some kind of technician in the medical field. A lot of them went to the medical field.
And Searcy is working hard to market this community to potential employers. Factors like excellent schools and colleges, a modern transportation system with an airport, and immediate access to the interstate highway system, as well as state-of-the-art health care. But the question remains, can Searcy fully recover from the closure of the Maytag and Kohler plants? One Searcy resident says yes. Arkansas Governor Mike Beebe, who hails from Searcy, says things are looking up for his hometown and the rest of the state.
There's an economic recession aspect to what's happened. There's outsourcing aspect to what happened. But there's light at the end of the tunnel, and there are things we can do, such as what we've done with incentives, what the legislature has permitted me to do. I asked for, and they gave. No other governors had these tools, and they gave me these tools back in '07, and it's worked.
In 2007, the legislature voted to give the governor the power to create Quick Action Closing Fund that gives incentives to bring new business investment into the state. This fund has helped more than 26 companies and brought more than $766 million in new business investment. These investments have created more than 6,000 jobs in Arkansas.
In fact, Searcy and Birch in Searcy
Yeah.
was a direct recipient of that program. That's how we got them to Searcy.
And the people of Searcy have the community spirit that potential employers seek.
We are, a town that you're going to want your kids to live in and a town that you're going to want your management to live in. And so I think we just do a great job of explaining that and letting people know.
As the governor, Beebe says his focus for the state budget comes down to only 2 priorities.
I can't spend your tax dollars on better things, in my opinion, than education and jobs. Because if you get that right, then it's easier to solve health issues or criminal justice issues or social justice issues. So we've prioritized education and economic development because it's the cornerstone of what improves quality of life and allows you to address so many other issues.
Since the closing of these 2 manufacturers, the Searcy and Birch Biscuit Company of Chicago has begun operating in the former Maytag plant in Searcy and now employs 350 workers. In addition, the Electrocraft Company, which makes small electric motors, recently hired 100 people. And after a year and a half, Bill Schuman was hired at Walmart, where he is currently employed. For PBS Student Reporting Labs and Lion TV, this is Dylan Rohr.